The Great Depression and the New Deal. The Great Depression changed the social and economic landscape of the United States forever. It created a crisis that Roosevelt tried to fix with the New Deal.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Banks were failing and more money was being withdrawn than deposited. Another issue that caused banks to fail was that they were not able to mobilize bank reserves in times of crisis. Over 9,000 banks failed and had to cease operations due to the Depression. Emergency Banking Act of 1933 was passed to stabilize banks. A 4-day banking holiday took place and even shut down the Federal Reserves. RFC set aside $900 million to help turn around the fate of 4,000 banks. Crop prices plummeted and farmers went bankrupt. Low prices in the Dust Bowl left farmers begging for help. Wheat prices dropped to 92.6 cents per bushel. Farmers could not pay their bills. The Agricultural Adjustment Act is passed, giving farmers a minimum income. The act created an artificial scarcity which drove up the prices for crops. Farmers received over $1.5 billion in benefits from the government to help survive. Workers worked unfair hours and got little money in return. A minimum wage did not exist. Cooks were only paid 35 cents an hour and could not pay their bills. The Fair Labor Standards Act is passed. Minimum wages raised to 40 cents. Roosevelt wanted to end the Great Depression by stopping the minimum wage. A 40-hour work week was introduced and 13 million people were benefited by the act. Many people could not pay mortgages and were losing their homes. Hoovervilles, known as homeless encampments, were created. A total of 4,000 to 5,000 people lived in Hoovervilles each year. The Homeowners Loan Corporation uses federal money to help pay mortgages. 1 million homeowners who were going to lose their homes were granted loans. This program was so effective that several modern programs have tried to mimic this today. Unemployment in the U.S. was really on the rise. In 1933, an estimated 15 million people were unemployed. Deflation dropped prices and many businesses received less money. The WPA created many jobs in response. The WPA employed over 3.8 million men. The WPA created jobs involving public construction like building bridges. The stock market reached all-time lows in 1929. New York Stock Exchange values plummeted from $89 to $19. The main reason the crash occurred was due to buying on margin. The Securities and Exchange Commission regulated buying on margin and stock prices. As a result, the Dow Jones average improved from 1,678 to 2,029 points. The purpose of this act was to restore investor confidence. The New Deal had its fair share of problems but did successfully bring the U.S. out of a deep hole. New Deal was able to help stabilize banks, give people jobs, and save those living in poverty. The end.